on Twitch. Another week in the trenches, another week in the jungle with your old buddy, your old pal, the number one little cutie based out of the Sud-West borough of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. That's me, JAMESMCG-E. And what a show we have on tap for you. What a show. I couldn't be more excited if you force me to. Take out a firearm, force it at me, and say, get more excited. I can't do it. Like a minute into the show, I'm talking about firearms. On tonight's show, there's plenty of stuff going on. Who's here tonight, you ask? Well, I'm going to answer that question twice. Why twice? Because we have two great big guests. Later on, another week, another roll of the dice. Racquel Belmonte is going to be here. Now, here's the thing. I've given this person so many chances, and I'm going to continue to give them chances because they show up week after week after week, bringing crude, sophomoric, gutter humor. And I'll tell you what, despite my better efforts, that's what this show is all about. From day one, way back when, a year ago, when Dave Kaufman used to be here and he used to accuse me of going to prostitutes, one of the gags from the old school days, this show was bred and built and birthed in the toilet. And I'm telling you something, we got everything in the toilet that is At Home with James. Racquel's going to be here tonight. She's got quite a conundrum. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let Racquel talk about it. Who else is here? Jason Grimmer. Now, last time Jason was here, this guy was as high as a kite. This man took what I believe to be the most impressive drag of a joint in Canadian history. I believe that in 15, 20, 25, 30 years from now, you're going to be watching TV. You're going to turn on CBC. You're going to turn on CTV. Marilyn Dennis still going to be on the air. Hell, Deanie Petty might even be back. It's going to cut to commercial. It's going to be a whole episode about overweight kids. It's going to cut to commercial. You're going to see one of those Canadian heritage moments. You're going to have an actor portraying Jason Grimmer smoking drugs from this show. This man has not been in an iron lung, but he has iron lungs. You talk all you want about Cheech and Chong and Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and David Crosby. This guy is a stone cold stoner. And he's here tonight. I don't know if he's going to be, this guy might show up with a giant bong that's got guitar strings attached to it. He's going to be talking about an upcoming comedy show that he is doing online this Thursday. But before we get into all of that, I have a great big announcement. We are experimenting tonight. The show started late. And it's not in the way that it has been in the past, which is often due to my negligence, which I'm accountable for. I take the heat. I have no problem with that. The reason we were having technical difficulties is because we were setting up, for the first time ever, an open phone line so callers can tap into the show. Now, because we're working out the kinks, I have sent out the phone number to a variety of places. Reddit, message boards, you name it. But I wanted to avoid people who are watching right now because I didn't want the favoritism. I wanted to get some weirdos and some freaks and some wackos. People who might be calling this show might not have ever seen the show. And for all I know, they may not even be watching this show. Open phone line tonight. But before we do that, I have to tell you something. Now, I talked about it last Friday on the air. I had a nagging cough, but it wasn't the only thing that was nagging me. There was a nag in my brain that was telling me, James, you might have, as we like to call, the 19. Night after night, coughing. I had a runny nose, and I thought, look, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and for the first time ever, go get the Q-tip up the nose. I woke up at 9:30 a.m. yesterday. I put on my tightest pair of pants and I went to the hospital and I said, I am here. I need you to do this. I need some peace of mind. I'll tell you what, I was the only person not crying there. It was child after child after child whose mothers and fathers were holding their heads like crystal balls so a nurse could force a giant Q-tip up their itsy bitsy nostril. And it didn't scare me for 1 second. You know what scares me? The tax man. Trust me, the tax man has done his worst in 2021. I sat in that chair. Nurse said to me, is this your first time? I said, you bet your ass it is, relatively speaking. And then she said to me, I'm going to do my best to be gentle. And that's when I knew I was in trouble. Let me tell you something. This thing burned and it burned and it burned. But just like David Crosby once said, everybody's been burned. Shoved it up my nose, tasted blood in my mouth. Guess what? 5 hours later, negative. The last time I was 19 was the year 2009. I don't know. Who cares? That's the good news. The bad news is that I have received something in the mail today that is truly upsetting and unsettling. I received a postcard, so I'm going to zoom in right here. This is a postcard. You got a lady, you got a handsome man, and then you look at the bottom, it looks like about 3 dead people. I thought, what's this? And then I turned it around. Just going to put my hand over my address here. You might be able to read. It says, roses are red, violets are blue. I set your family on fire. XOXO. So, I don't know who sent this to me. This isn't a bit. I have no idea. I thought it was Jason Grimmer. I'm not convinced it wasn't him. The writing, I don't know if I give him too much credit or not enough. The writing is pretty clear. Something about this guy screams poor writing skills. But I'm not going to judge. I'm going to tell you this. Somebody's out there. Somebody's trying to kill me or my family by setting them on fire. But here's the thing. Signed XOXO, hugs and kisses. There's something twisted going on. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I don't care if it takes me a week, a month. I'll do a year of this. Anyways, it's open phone lines tonight, and I am ready to take my first caller. We've got our tech in the booth tonight, and for the first time ever, we are going to take a phone call right here, live on Twitch. It's At Home with James. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
You're on the air. This is At Home with James. I am James. Who are you?
Hey, it's John from Dorval.
John from Dorval. Well, what brings you to the show tonight?
Well, I wanted to call in and request a song.
I don't actually do songs. This is an online comedy and conversation show, but if you were to request a song, what would it be?
I was going to request a Rob Thomas, Carlos Santana song.
Oh, Smooth.
Yeah, Smooth.
You're a big fan of Rob Thomas, Matchbox 20, Carlos Santana, John from Dorval?
Yeah, it's a special song to me.
Okay, so it has some importance. So what about this? How about, because I can't play the song due to copyright issues, John from Dorval, what if I sing the song for you?
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Okay, well, you mentioned that the song was significant to you. Why is this song so significant, John from Dorval?
It was my daughter's me and my daughter's first dance at her wedding.
Your daughter, that's really nice. So your daughter was how old at the time? Because this song came out about 98, I think.
She got married young. She got married at 16.
Okay, so she was 16 in 1998.
No, we did the dance a couple years after the song came out.
You've been drinking tonight, John from Dorval? Are you nervous? You can be nervous your first time?
I had a couple of drinks, yeah.
Okay, what have you been drinking tonight, John?
You ever heard of a Frangelico?
No, I can't say that. I'm not a drinker, but tell me.
It's a liqueur.
Okay, well, liqueur. So you've been having a couple drinks. You want to hear smooth Rob Thomas, Carlos Santana. It means a lot to you and your daughter. Can I ask you what your daughter is up to these days?
Not much.
Not much. Okay, well, probably because of the pandemic, things like that.
Not really.
Is everything okay, John from Dorval?
She passed away a couple of years back,
Mm.
and I was really hoping to hear "Smooth" by Rob Thomas.
Well, I'm really that's horrible. I'm sorry to
Bring
hear
her
that, John.
bring her memory back a little bit.
Well, like I
But I
told you,
guess you can't do it because
well,
this
no,
is just a comedy talk show.
I can't play music due to copyright issues, but like I mentioned, I know look, I'm no Rob Thomas, and I certainly can't play guitar, but I can sing the song if you like.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Well, how about I go right
That
to the
ought to be a
chorus?
nice, pleasant memory of my daughter,
And your daughter's name is
Sharon.
Sharon. She was from Dorval too.
Sharon from Dorval. Yeah.
All right, so the best I can do is sing the chorus of "Smooth" by Rob Thomas, Carlos Santana, John and Dorval. This goes out to you and your daughter. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's just like the ocean under the moon, and it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth, yeah. Give
Sharon.
me your heart, make it real, or let's forget about
Sharon.
it. You
That,
sang, you danced with your daughter to that song?
yeah. It was a really special moment, and honestly, James, that meant a lot to me what you just did. So I really appreciate it.
All right, well,
It's
John
not
from
going to bring her
Dorval.
back, but
Well, yeah,
it's the next
that
best thing.
that is true, but you know what? While she is no longer with us in a physical form, her memory lives on forever.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
John from Dorval, thanks for the call, and I hope you keep watching tonight's show.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
All right, that is John from Dorval. Like I mentioned, we're going to be taking calls all night long. Before we do that, a very special thank you, our good pal, our good friend, all the way from the North Pole, Santa Claus, in the chat right now. I'm going to tell you something. This guy's watching if anyone is naughty or nice to determine which list they make it on. And our next guest, I do not like their chances of making the nice list. Let's welcome to the show. It is Racquel Belmonte.
Hi, hello.
Racquel, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. It's going.
It's going. Okay.
I'll say that.
Have I thrown you with that potential that you may make it on Santa's naughty list tonight?
I'm freaking the fuck out. See, I already messed up. I said the F word.
Yeah,
he hates me.
You're dropping the F bomb.
I thought, James, tonight I want to be good. I want to be very maybe PG. And then I don't know. I panicked when you said Santa was here. And I'm a failure to myself and to everyone who lives in this house.
Racquel, look.
So, ow.
Pencils
Yes.
have erasers. Yeah, you cursed off the top. Don't
sure
worry
did.
about it. Don't
Are you
worry
sure?
about it. We can recoup. So tonight you're on the show. It's a little different. You're here on a Monday. And the first thing that I have to ask is, are you wearing a Muscle Milk t-shirt?
And the first thing I'm going to answer is yes, James. This is a Muscle Milk t-shirt. I got it at a thrift store.
Yeah.
I went to a thrift store last week on Thursday. So it would have been after we saw each other last. I bought a bunch of t-shirts, James.
Okay.
Some would say too many.
Well, can I ask what drew you to the Muscle Milk shirt? Of course, Muscle Milk is a drink that people who working out, they want to get a boost. I'm sure there's some protein in there. Why the Muscle Milk shirt?
Well, I'd like to think that I've become very cocky since working out. When I saw this shirt, I was like, yeah, I have muscles too. I don't, but it makes me feel like I'm jacked and that I could go pick someone up and throw them across the room.
So you've been working out. Racquel,
yes.
How long has it been?
It has been since January. So January, February, March, and April, May. How many months?
Now, can I tell you something, Racquel?
You tell me whatever you want to tell me, and I'm going to listen.
I also began working out in the month of January.
What? James, I swear to God, we're separated at birth. Like someone's messing with us right now. I think
Separated at birth on the same birthday.
that's insane to me. I thought, you know what though? I was thinking today probably. I'm like, when was I thinking this? You and I are very similar.
Okay.
We're
Okay. How
we're
so? You
very
tell me.
similar.
You tell me. What
Well,
have
we
you
start.
noticed?
We have the same birthday, and we started working out in January. I
Okay,
mean,
so
hey,
we got two right there.
yeah,
What else have you observed?
we dress similar sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I have.
Okay, so
Oh
same
no, we
birthday.
have good voice. We have voices. We've
We
got
have
voice
great
actor
voices.
voice.
Great
We
voices.
we got the same mic. We
Yeah.
we
Okay, now hold
invested.
on. Great voices, same microphone, same birthday, began working out at the same time, same sense in clothing.
What does that tell you? Same person. I thought you were gonna
Okay.
say it with me. It's okay.
You know what though? It just means that there's more room for growth as a tandem.
Yeah, okay.
Raquel,
Anyway.
how has working out been for you?
Hard. I don't like it, but I do love my trainer.
Okay.
Yes, I have invested in myself in a way I never thought I would invest in myself. I pay money for a man to work me out,
Mm-hmm.
and he's wonderful. I love him. And I think I go for him because sometimes I think maybe I should work out at home, and then I quickly decide not to. I don't like moving, James.
Look, I'll tell you what, I have no one keeping me accountable. I have no coach, I have no trainer. I just have me with some information that I've received from a fellow body guy, as I
A
like to
body
call them.
guy.
Yeah, body
Okay.
guy. You know these guys that walk around rough and tough and ripped and shredded and cut, all that stuff.
Yeah. I
Now,
know
Raquel,
them.
have you noticed any change or development in the field that you want to be changing or developing?
Not really. I think my mentality is I've gotten much cockier and I think I'm
Okay.
jacked. Like the other day, I said to my brothers cuz I roll my sleeves up and I was like I look so muscular cuz my brothers are I should have provided context. Both of my brothers are very athletic and
Mhm.
jacked for lack of a better term. That you would
Body
not
guys. They're body guys.
they're body guys.
Yeah.
But they're not like if you put all three of us in a room, you would have no idea I was part of that family. You would be
Okay.
like, sorry,
Okay.
what? That being said, I said my arms looked great in a t-shirt I was wearing, and both of them laughed and were like, ha ha ha, what?
So they shamed you
Yeah, they body shamed me.
by your own
Muscle shamed
family.
me is what I meant to say. Yeah, my own fat. And then I asked my mom, I'm like, don't you think I look jacked? And she was like, I see you every day. I don't see a difference. And that
Now
was almost worse.
that's the diplomatic answer, whereas you got body shamed by brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Raquel, show
younger
us,
brothers.
give it to us. Show us, take us to the gun show.
Okay, well, if you insist,
I
here
insist.
we go. Show me your ticket for admission, please.
Here we go. I hated doing that so much.
I hate it. So I'm not
Okay, yeah,
back,
bring
though.
that
More
AK-47
fat than
a little
anything.
closer.
Ugh. Okay, wait. I'm sitting on my on my calves. Let's do this.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, look at that bulge.
Okay,
Ooh.
I think you're working with something here.
Thank you. Thank
Now,
you very much.
I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me
I've
anything.
noticed something,
What?
a change in myself from my own workouts.
Tell me about it. I was going to ask you what you thought about you.
I don't know what they're called, and I don't care.
I'll tell you what they're called.
I don't care to use some of the terms that I've heard of because they're a little disgusting.
I think I know what you're talking
To say
about.
the least. You know it's like the muscle that goes from your abdomen, I want to say to your groin. It's kind of like
cum gutters.
Yeah. So this is the term that I've heard. I noticed that recently in the mirror, and I began laughing, and I thought, me? Why not?
Like, why not what? Like, why not use...
It's not something I would have ever thought of or noticed on my bod.
That's awesome, James. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
No way, Jose. You've got some cum gutters. And I think that's beautiful. I don't have those.
No, you just got a couple 24-inch pythons right there.
Lock me up, Daddy. Why did I say daddy? I meant to say baby.
Well, you didn't. Also coming in from the
I
chat
would
right
love to
now,
die.
courtesy of Santa Claus in the chat. Quote,
Uh-oh.
definitely naughty.
I forgot he was there. Ugh! I need so many things this year for Christmas too. This
Yeah,
sucks.
well,
This is the
look,
worst day of my
look,
life.
it's the 3rd of May. There's still time. Look, Raquel, we're here.
Yes.
We're talking about our bods.
Yeah, we are.
You mentioned something today that
I
I
did.
thought we have to talk about. We must talk about. You've got something on your mind, another change that you were thinking about facilitating. Can you tell us about that change?
Yes, James, I would love to tell you about this change. I thought recently, wouldn't it be cool if I, Racquel Belmonte, uh, got a belly button piercing?
Okay.
See, it's so difficult for me to actually say, but in my brain it makes sense. Now, here's the thing, James. I want your advice because I trust you more than I trust anybody else.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, but that also is a real indictment on the people that you have known for a number of years.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Now, I would love to chat this out with you. I made a very, very small list up in here, pros and cons, of course, and I thought maybe we can kind of talk about them,
Okay.
because I want a belly button piercing.
Okay, can I ask what has inspired this?
I think seeing other people with them and getting cocky from exercising. I really think that's what it is.
Okay, so you want to accentuate what you've been working on with an accessory, the accessory, of course, being a belly button piercing.
Yes. And one thing I should mention, though, is that my stomach has made zero progress in this whole thing, which is okay. I don't care. But I could, oh, I can't really show you my stomach because I'm wearing a onesie. See, I bet you thought I was wearing pants. No, I'm wearing a onesie, so I can't even show you my stomach.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this much.
Okay.
If I were to show mine, everyone would see that I am sporting an Audi.
You have an Audi?
I have an Audi, yeah. And I think that that would probably, this is where when I hear the word belly button piercing, it concerns me because I have an Audi.
I would never have pegged you as someone with an Audi belly button.
I don't know any other Audis, but I'll say this much. I think that everyone else's looks weird. I think that mine is the normal one.
Interesting. I highly encourage you to look up belly button piercings on Audis because I did that today.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I did. I think you should do it one day.
Okay,
not now
though. But let's not make this about James. This is Raquel's
No way. This is me.
So
This is
has
for
this
me.
been something that has occurred to you in the past, or is it just a recent thought where it's like, I want to get the piercing?
Oh, I was going to say no, but it's actually no. In high school, my older cousin, who I talk about, I feel like all the time, she and her friends were older than me and they all got their belly buttons pierced. And I was like, oh, I wish I had a nice stomach so I could get my belly button pierced. And now as an adult woman, I've realized, oh, you don't really need a nice stomach to get a belly button piercing.
You do what you want. You do whatever you want.
Exactly. So, I mean, I thought about it then, and then I just never thought about it again. Got my nose pierced a few times. We'll get into that later.
Okay, I have questions. Once you say a few times, my mind wanders.
Exactly. No, I know. And now I want to say, as of this morning, when I messaged you, I started thinking about it again.
Okay.
I started to really think maybe I should just do it. Maybe I should just do it myself. What else am I doing?
Well, the whole do-it-yourself thing sounds a little risque.
We'll figure that part out after. Yeah.
Now, when I think of belly button piercings, I think of the late 90s into the 2000s, and I wonder if you're going to get the belly button piercing, then transition to low-rise jeans, and then just go full denim outfits.
I'm all for all denim outfits. I don't know if I could do low-rise jeans. In fact, the thought of them gives me anxiety. I'm being dead serious. I'm a high-waisted jeans kind of person. I never really did the low-rise like I did, but I don't think I'm built for it. I have childbearing hips. Like I have the hips of a woman who has had 4 sons. And I say that with love to myself. I look like someone who has kids in college. That's okay. But like, I don't I can't wear low-rise jeans. So I promise you that's not going to happen.
Okay, but you get now. Can I ask, if you get this belly button piercing, do you plan to flaunt it? Summer's coming up. It's a perfect time for exposed midriff.
Yeah, here's the thing. When I say I wear high-waisted things, I wear high-waisted things all the time. So all my
Okay.
bathing suits cover my belly button. You only really see this chunk of body
I like that
or on my
phrasing,
stomach.
by the way. This chunk of body.
You can use it. It's for you.
Well, I'm gonna use that with your permission.
Of course, as long as you tell people you know who taught me.
Yeah, I'll credit you on that one. Okay, so
thank you.
So here's the question. It sounds like that this belly button is specifically and purely for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think though, in terms of exposing it, I think it'd be a fun little thing to flash at people every now and then.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be exciting. Like, oh, tell me something about yourself. I'm like, yeah. But it's not my
here's the question now,
That's
Racquel.
my belly button piercing.
It's 2021.
Sure is.
I wonder if that might get you in trouble with some people.
Meh. Could it?
Okay.
I probably will get in trouble for the
Could
rest
you
of my
imagine? You know, you're with some friends. You flash people your belly button. The next day, you're the subject of a Facebook post.
Yeah, because they're too horny from seeing
Okay.
my belly button piercing.
So you think that you flash your belly button?
Yep.
The issue is not that they're like, how could someone do that without asking? They're like, this made me so horny that I can't even take it anymore.
Yeah, I'd go with the latter on this one, James. I also, now that you've said it back to me though, maybe I'll ask before I flash.
I'll tell you this much. I have no issue with it. I would tolerate a good old fashioned mooning right now.
Oh, like a full ass mooning like that.
A full rear end, naked. I'm talking no Fruit of the Looms, no kissy lips undies, no thongs, no G-strings, full rear end.
Now, James, can I ask you a question?
You can.
Have you ever mooned someone before? Be honest.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have mooned. So it's probably been over a decade.
Oh,
probably been over 2 decades. I'll tell you what, I don't even like right now. I don't even like having an exposed derriere when I'm on the toilet.
Hey man, you better get used to it. You got those new man cuts. That's another one I call.
Oh, see, that's a little classier. Man cuts.
Yeah, but we all know what we want to say instead.
Which is?
Come gutters!
There we go. Now, that's what we call in the basketball industry an alley-oop. Now, Racquel, I'm putting you on the spot here.
Do it.
Again, like I mentioned, we have open calls tonight.
Yeah.
What if we go to the phone lines now and talk to some people to see what they think about you getting your belly button pierced? Are you into that?
Yeah, I'm super into that. Yeah.
All right. Right now, I'm looking at our lines. We got full lines.
Okay. Oh,
full lines. I'm nervous.
Not
so
me,
let's get line. Which one? We got 1 through 5. Racquel, you pick.
5. 5's our number, James. Remember.
Okay. Line 5. You're at home with James. I'm James. That's Racquel. Who are you?
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm on the air.
You're on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Tony from Verdun.
This is Tony from Verdun. Hi, I'm James.
Hey, James.
Hi, Tony.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally jumped on you. I was going to say Tony's my dad's name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got worried for a second. What's up?
What do you mean?
Oh, right. I thought maybe you might be my dad calling.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not nuts. Though. That is nuts.
Well, Tony, thanks for calling in. This is Racquel. We're talking about whether or not Racquel should get a belly button piercing. What do you think, Tony from Verdun?
I got a belly button pierce.
Oh,
really?
Can you tell us about your experience?
Well, I got drugged.
Oh, wait, drugged in order to get the actual piercing?
Yeah, my buddies, your
friends drugged you?
My buddies drugged me. And they pierced my
They did
it.
Yeah, it was a cool prank.
What does it look like now? I'm curious about how it healed.
Oh, it's a bloody mess.
Oh,
still? When did this happen?
This happened on Tuesday.
Okay, it's recent. It's okay. It's recent. It's recent. Of course. Is it pus or is it just blood? What is this wound looking like? Paint
Yeah,
me
it
a
just looks like just a bit of blood and a little bit of redness and swelling.
Okay, so do you think that Raquel should go for it? And if so, should she do it the way you did or with a professional?
I would say go with the professional, but I also got to say that I've been checking myself out in the mirror. You know, I got those cum gutters,
Oh,
and
hey.
I look pretty good with a piercing.
Okay, so this makes me think maybe I should accentuate my quote man cuts with a belly button piercing of my own. Raquel, we
J-
might have to do this together.
I was just gonna say, I found a lot of really cool jewelry where it's like best friend belly button piercings that
Yeah.
connect. So that'd be really fun for us.
Now,
Just don't wear any knitted sweaters.
Ooh.
yeah, that's what your friends probably didn't warn you about, Tony.
Yeah, no, I found out the hard way.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
just
so
before we let you go, Tony,
sorry.
Raquel just talked about some very nice jewelry that we can sport with these piercings. What are you sporting with your piercing, Tony?
It's a fisherman's hook.
Oh my God. Now, can I ask, is that what they pierced your belly button with? Or was that just like, we need something to stay in there? You know what? What walk me through it.
Well, I don't remember because
Yeah, you were
I was
drugged.
Drugged. Right. That makes sense.
Can I ask, you know what you were drugged with, Tony, from Verdun?
White claws.
Oh, so you were drugged with
Oh,
alcohol? Now, what do
Yeah,
they pour it
alcohol's a
down your
drug.
throat?
Sorry.
They pour it down your throat
Well, they bought me a lot of drinks.
and you drank them. So you weren't drugged, you just got drunk.
Well, I mean, it just depends on tomato or whatever.
Okay, explain your definition of how you got drugged, Tony.
I was offered liquid with drugs in them.
well, he did mention alcohol was a drug, so
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
continue. I'm
that's
sorry.
fair.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
were offered, but then you took them.
I took it.
Well, that's not you
Oh.
being drugged.
What is it?
Well, it's like you were offered drugs and you accepted them,
Yeah.
which is
What's the difference?
great. You do you. Well, I think when someone says they were drugged, you know, it's a little bit scary. But now that you've provided more context, I think this is the route I'd like to go also, Tony. Get my friends to get me wasted consensually and then have them potentially pierce my belly button with a fish hook and keep it there.
Tony, any last thoughts before we let you go?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. You're just a caller here. We got a guest on the air. We got more guests to come.
Oh, I thought I could ask a question or something.
Okay, well, we have time for a quick question again. We got full phone lines.
All right. What was my question? What's your favorite color?
Raquel, do you want to answer?
I think that was for you, James.
Oh, that was for me. I
I
don't know.
think so.
Red.
Sick.
All right, Tony from Verdun, thanks for calling and hold down the fort down there. You're only about 10 minutes up the road from me.
Thanks, James.
Bye,
Raquel,
Tony.
what if you like to have your very first caller on At Home?
It was a little bit stressful, but I think I have some ideas now.
Yeah, you've got some there, but of course it would be unfair of me to not counterbalance. So coming in from the chat right now, this is How Forever. Quote, I knew a lot of people with umbilicus piercings in the 90s. They all got infected. I recommend against it based on that experience. I suppose that piercing tech may have changed drastically since then, but I doubt it. And I have to let you know, this is coming from a doctor. He is a doctor.
I believe anything anyone says, so that
So
makes sense to me.
It's between.
Oh, there's my mom. Hi, mom.
Yeah, surprise guest on the show. We've brought your mother on to talk you out of getting this piercing.
She has no idea. I haven't told her yet.
Would you like to tell her now?
No, I'm scared.
All right. So here's the thing. You've got two schools of thought. You can go with Tony from Verdun, who got drunk and let his friends pierce him with a fish hook, or you can go with the doctor who talks about the horrors of having it become infected.
Can I tell you a story, James? Do we have time? Okay.
We've got a little bit of time.
Okay, great. So I mentioned I had 2 nose piercings before, or 2 or 3. Maybe I had it pierced 3 times. Regardless, both times they got so infected. So infected to the point where a doctor was like, you should take that out.
Mhm.
That was the first time. The second time I went and got my nose pierced, I looked incredible, felt incredible. Then after a few months, awful. Same thing happened. And the person who pierced my
Mhm.
nose was like, you need to take that out. Like, take it out, let it heal,
Right.
and I'll pierce your other side. So that I have a history. And also I have a piercing. I don't know if you know this right here. Can you see it? Ah, you see it? I got piercing right here.
Okay, yeah, it's very faint from our vantage point, but yeah, we see it.
Ugh. Anyway, I've had that for 4 years now. 3 out of those 4 years it was infected.
So this might be perhaps one of those situations of those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm not ashamed. I mean, I'm ashamed, but I
Yeah.
also know who I am, you know?
Well, how about this? How about you just keep thinking about it, but at the end of the day, do what you want.
Can we talk about this some more? I feel like this I should bring this up again on another show.
Yeah, no, this is great because it means we know what we're doing for next week's segment. Done. I love this means I can take tomorrow off. Racquel,
I love
thanks
it.
so much for being here tonight and just, good luck and Godspeed with everything.
Before I go, can you just say it? I want to hear you say it.
Say what?
You know what?
I want to stay
have
on that
what?
nice list.
Oh, but I know you want to say it. Little baby cutie Jamesy wants to say it.
I'll tell you what, I'll say it off air.
No, that's so boring.
Racquel, thanks for being here tonight. Talk to you soon. And talk to you soon. That's Racquel Belmonte. You do whatever you want with your body. You want to get a piercing, you want to get a tattoo, you want to wear a hairnet. I don't care. You do what you want. Let's go back to the phone lines because this is open call night. Let's go to line 3. You're on the air. Line 3, you're at home with James. I'm James. Who are you?
Hello. Well, I'm
Hi, you're on the air.
Stephen from Laval.
Stephen from Laval. Stephen, thanks for calling. What's going on tonight?
Hey, I was wondering if you had any dating advice.
Any dating advice? Well, sure. Okay. What type of advice are you looking for?
Well, I got broken up with over this pandemic and haven't had any skin in the game recently, and I was looking for the best way to sort of re-enter the market.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm sorry to hear that you went through that during global crisis. It's already difficult getting rejected, let alone during a COVID-19 situation. You want to get
Oh, you're telling me.
Well, hey, trust me, I know what it's like, my man.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what. Same thing happened to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Why? That's why I assume.
Are you okay?
I assume that's why you were calling to ask.
No.
Yeah, yeah. So you want to get your skin back in the market, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I want to get my skin back in the market.
All right. Well, look, right now it's quite difficult, right? Do you have your vaccine yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, it's kind of difficult. There's not a lot of social settings. Do you have a group of friends that you hang out with? Anyone that you got your eye on? You could go down that route. Perhaps you could.
I had plenty of friends, but my best friend, who was my neighbor, just moved to a different neighborhood.
Your neighbor was your best friend?
Oh, he's a good friend. Maybe not best, but pretty good friend.
You can still be friends if they're in another neighborhood, Stephen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is that a novel idea? Is that like a mind blower to you?
A little bit.
All right. Well, you can also perhaps you can download a dating app on your phone.
Like what?
Well, there's Tinder, there's Hinge, there's the Bumble. Sure, there's
what's your favorite? What's your favorite one?
I've never actually been on a dating app in my life.
Oh, but you're recommending them to me?
Well, I'm saying that if you're looking for advice on how to date, that would be one possibility. I'm not saying you have to do it. You do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Well, what does a guy like you do?
What does a guy like me do? Well, I'll tell you what, I don't do much of anything. I sit around, always open for business. The thing is, unlike most businesses, and I've said this before, I'm not like the Apple store on a main strip, on a main street where people just walk in. I'm a very small business that you can only get access to through an alley that you didn't know existed.
Okay. Well, I'll have to figure out how to process that and incorporate it into my own strategy.
All right. Well, Steven from Laval, thanks for calling, and call back anytime, okay?
I got one last request.
Sure.
You got that song Smooth by Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas?
We don't actually do songs on the show due to copyright reasons, but if you want, I could sing it for you.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, I can only do the chorus. Is that fine?
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, it's just like the ocean under the moon, and it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of love, and that could be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart and make it real. Oh, let's forget about it. How was that?
Hey, thanks. It was great.
All right. Thanks for calling, Steven. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Let's go to line one. Line one, you're on the air. I'm James. Who are you?
Hello?
Hi, I'm James. Who are you?
Hi, this is Ron.
Ron, where are you calling from tonight, Ron? From the South Shore?
Yeah.
How's your night treating you tonight, Ron?
It's pretty good.
Awesome. What are you calling for tonight, Ron?
I was wondering if you could play Smooth by Rob Thomas and Carlos Santana.
Well, I can't actually play it due to copyright reasons, but I can sing it for you if you want.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good.
I can just do the chorus. Is that okay?
It's the best part of the song.
Okay, I just did it. Could you not hear while you were on hold?
No, the hold they don't patch through the show.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get our text. I just sang the song though.
Okay. Well,
look, I'll do it one more. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'll do it one more time.
All right.
And it's okay if I sing it. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's just like the ocean under the moon, and it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of love, and that could be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real. Oh, let's forget about it. All right, Ron, thanks for calling tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to move on to our next guest. Last time he was here, he was totally blitzed out of his mind. He's got a comedy show happening this Thursday live on Facebook. He's going to tell us all about it. Jason Grimmer, how's it going, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm not super happy about hearing that song over and over again. It reminds me of all the.
Look, I'll tell you what, I am not a fan of the song.
I had to go to a ton of block parties when I had young kid. And we went to block parties, and those are the kinds of things that played over and over again, man.
Yeah. Well, look, like I was saying, I'm not a fan of the song, and I'm even less of a fan of singing it 3 times tonight. So let's hope that none of the callers request it.
It's just was so much.
Okay, well, Jason, let's get in. Last time you were here, you were smoking what the kids call a fatty.
Well, I mean, it was a pretty big deal, I guess. I took a huge hit. It sort of
I'm going to tell you something. I was not the only person impressed with the drag that you took. The next day, my mother, a legendary pothead, said the same thing to me. She was very impressed with the way that you puffed the Magic Dragon.
That's good. That's a compliment. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Tell her thank you.
She might be watching
because
right
of that, there's a lot of people called in, and I had to cut back.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of people were concerned about it, so I just sort of had to cut it out of my life, James.
Yeah. Well, how high were you that night?
Well, what part of the night?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Like
so
the first part or like mid part? Because it was insane.
If they're watching on Twitch, they don't see what I see, what you see. I see you see all of our guests right now. And after your segment a couple Fridays ago ended, I watched you slowly but surely sink lower and lower into your couch. It looked like an enormous ass eating a pair of underwear.
That's a fucking insulting description, first of all. I'm not. I'm the underwear?
Well, would you
While we're
rather
on this
be
topic,
the ass?
I don't want to be either of those things. I didn't want to be that high. Listen,
Okay, well,
I just want to know one thing. I got a question for you.
Mhm.
Why are those things called cum gutters? Where does that come from?
Look, I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I'm not into this whole filth culture.
Well, I've grew up around quite a bit of the sort of sex industry, and I'm going to say
Right.
that's the first time I've ever heard that term. And I don't understand. Is the man upside down, or is it like it's like sprayed and then coming
It's
down?
going to be my guess is that it's kind of the piping that leads to what would create the ejaculate.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm thinking about the wrong way. I'm thinking about once it's expelled, where
No,
it goes.
this is pre-expulsion.
Okay, so now it makes sense. I'm glad I clarified that. I feel stupid as someone who I just claimed I grew up
someone
around
who's been part of the
industry.
sex industry, much like other famous smut peddlers, Hugh Hefner, Larry Flint.
Yeah, Bob Guccione Jr.
Yeah, Bob Guccione Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well thanks for that. That was a good I wish I knew it then. I wouldn't have been so freaked out, but now I understand.
Well, yeah, now it's fine. Now, Jason, can I ask you a question? Did you send me this postcard?
I did not.
Once again, if you're just tuned in, I received this anonymous postcard in the mail. It reads, "Roses are red, violets are red. I set your family on fire, XOXO." Now, my immediate thought was you.
I'm going to take a guess on this.
Yes.
I'm going to say Nikki Fournier.
Well, here's the thing. Now, Nikki is known for a couple things. She's known for having eaten cocaine that was old and coagulated. She's known for winning the At Home Award for Most Outrageous Moment for that interview. She is also known for smoking marijuana with my mother on the street outside of a movie theater, a movie that I was in that we were in line to go see at the premiere.
Yeah, and it's all reflected in that note if you read it.
Okay, explain.
I'll set your family on fire. Is that what it says?
So you think that's code for getting high?
Just smoke up your mom again.
You might be right. This is.
I think I am right. Here's the reasons that I'm telling you. Number one, well, actually, the only one. None of it rhymes. That's why I think it's Nikki.
Yeah. Okay. But you're saying this isn't you.
It's 100%. I admire it. I like it.
All right.
Another reason why I think it's Nikki.
Okay. Well, Jason, let's get into the brass tacks of why you're here. You, this Friday night, are bringing back one of Montreal's most popular improvised comedy shows. You've adapted it from the stage to the screen. Tell us about it.
Well, first of all, it's Thursday. And it's
Didn't I say Thursday?
You said Friday. That's okay, though.
I think I've said Thursday a couple other times, but I'm discombobulated. It's just,
James, it's okay. What's Friday except for a day away from the day I actually am having the show on? It's only, it's Thursday.
Fair enough.
So I'm bringing the show back. I've been thinking about it for a while, how to rejig this in a way that works on an online thing. And, we're going to test it out on Thursday to see if it works. You were on the show. I mean, pretty much all of the stage
I have been
shows
on every live version of this show.
Mm-hmm. So by bringing it online, part of the reason that I was like, I'll get some new players and sort of train them, workshop ways of doing the show, which works like this. I play a movie critic. In the stage show, people gave fake movie titles, but in this one, I'm coming up with posters that I'm designing myself of fake movies and a tagline. And then I want to see a scene from that movie that would be award-worthy from that certain film, and which I will critique afterwards during the show. So we'll see a bunch of
Jason,
scenes.
What is the name of this show?
Films in Focus with Benji Manking.
Okay, so can I ask you, what are the challenges that you felt from taking it from stage to screen, if any at all?
I think mostly just the fact that I think a lot of improv shows online are watched by the people that are in them. So I tried to create a show that was basically sort of has a kind of some sort of conceit that allows you to think, okay, this actually could be a television show that is kind of more structured in that sort of way. And I thought I could as well use the sort of limitations of online in a way that would kind of would fit with the sort of aesthetic.
So you're telling me, Jason Grimmer, you're telling me that in producing an online improv show, you've done one thing that countless producers have yet to do, and that's think about how to adapt the show from stage to screen. What a novel concept.
And I hope it works. The show was, of course, originally created by myself and Andy Asaf, and we started the show together, and we hosted it together. And again, you know all of this. And then this Dimitri, of course, is Dimitri Curious is helping me produce this episode. We'll be doing 2 episodes, and I think like we've done a few workshops, and I can say with all sincerity, these players are fantastic. I'm very happy with the crew that I put together. They've done such a great job.
And that's Thursday at what time now?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, Jason. So we've got a full phone line here. Would you like to take a caller? Let's see if they got something to say about the show. Ask about the show. You ready, Jason?
100%.
All right, great. Let's go to what line do you want? We got full phone lines.
Well, I pick a lot.
Pick a line.
X? Is there like?
It's 1 through 5. 1 through 5.
Oh, well, 3.
Okay, let's go to line 3. Line 3, you're on the air. I'm James. That's Jason. Who are you?
Hey, it's David from NDG.
David from NDG. How's it going tonight, David?
It's going pretty well.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for myself or for Jason?
No, I just wanted to say hi and see how things were going. And
hey, Dave.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's like an internet show.
Yeah.
Is this Dave Kaufman?
Yeah.
You moved to NDG?
Are you pranking the show?
No, I think it's kind of cool.
You think the show that you've been doing for a year is kind of cool? Only now?
Yeah, it's I never really watched it from this perspective.
Wait, hold on. You don't watch? You never watched the show when you're not on it?
Why would I watch it?
Well, Jason, you're talking to Dave Kaufman, our friend. What do you have to say about this?
I have to say, like, I didn't know he moved.
Yeah, I moved to NDG.
Well, good talking to you, man.
Hey, thanks. You can come over sometime once this whole pandemic's over.
Oh, I can't. It's NDG.
Oh, sorry.
You're going to get that answer a lot, my friend.
Why is that? What do I not know about NDG?
You know what they say about NDG? You find out sooner or later.
All right. Well, Dave, Jason is producing an improv show. It's happening this Thursday. Do you have any questions about the show for Jason, David? Obviously, you're not in the show.
How much do tickets cost?
There's zero. There's zero, Dave.
Wait a second.
They cost nothing. Yeah, it's a free show.
You're telling me I get to watch a show that's as valuable as this for $0?
I'm telling you it. Believe it.
That sounds too good to be true.
It's going to cost you nothing but your time and a sore belly from the belly laughs you're going to receive.
Well, I'm in, my man. I can't wait.
Well, Dave, how...
That's a show I'll watch.
Yeah, thanks. How is it possible that of all the callers tonight, you've been on this show for a year, you were the worst call?
What do you mean worst?
This is the worst call. I'm regretting doing the open. Dave, I'm going to let you go now, okay?
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, James.
I'm going to let you
go
now,
Dave, I miss you.
I miss you too.
Okay, that was Dave from NDG. Jason, you want to how about this? That didn't work out. You want to take another call?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what line do you want? We just went to line 3.
Well, let's do line 1.
Okay, let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the air. I'm James. That's Jason. Who's this?
Hello.
Hi, who are we talking to right now?
This is Herman.
Herman, where are you calling from tonight, Herman?
I'm calling from Hochelaga Maisonneuve.
Okay, first-time caller from Hochelaga Maisonneuve. Do you have any questions for Jason regarding his improv show this Thursday night?
Yeah. What's appropriate attire?
Well, the good thing about an internet show, Dave, that you're not on is that you can wear whatever you want.
I think
no
you
one
mean
can
Herman.
see you. No one can.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Herman. Sorry, Herman. You have the same voice as Dave.
I was
you can wear whatever you want.
Can I tell you that I was thinking that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also thought this person said Mrs. Herman, and I still thought it sounded like Dave.
Is this Dave again?
Yeah. Look, you said the last call didn't go so well, so I'm was trying something a little bit
So
fresh.
Oh, Dave, it's good.
immediately
It's good to hear your voice no matter what, buddy.
Sorry?
Good to hear
Dave,
your voice no
I'm
matter
gonna
what.
hang up on you, okay, Dave?
See you,
Fine.
Dave. Let's hang out soon.
All right,
Yeah.
that was again Dave calling from NDG. It was not Herman from Hochelaga Maisonneuve. Jason, let's take one more call. Let's go to line 4. You're on the air. I'm Jason. Rather, I'm James. That's Jason. Who are you?
Hi, this is Luke.
Hi, Luke. Where are you calling from tonight?
I'm calling from the East End,
East End. Where in the East End?
the East part.
What metro stop? It's closest to you.
I don't take the metro. I only take Ubers.
They still
Okay, I guess
exist.
we got a very wealthy caller right now on the air.
Oh, what metro do you drive by first on your way out in the Uber?
Oh, I don't even make eye contact with the metro. It's
Well, you got a
great.
problem with the
Beneath-
metro station?
Classic.
it's beneath
Class
me.
act.
You know, I've never heard of any Lukes that live in the East End. Heard a
Well,
lot
you're
of
talking
like.
to
There's a
one
lot of. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of Lucianos. There's a lot of Luigis. I don't know any Lukes.
Well, Luke is short for Luciano.
You know, I've heard. You know, I've known a few Lucianos. Usually, they shorten it to Luch or Lou.
Well, you're talking to someone who shortens it in a different fashion, so you're
Okay,
gonna have to
what do you want
adjust
to talk
right
about
now.
tonight? What do you want to talk about tonight, Luke from the East End?
Luke, what's up? How's it going? Let's talk a little bit. What are you thinking about? What do you need to talk
I
about?
wanted to talk about favorite restaurants in the East End.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I don't know any. Tell me a good one.
Yeah, I'll
Let
give
me
you
just-
one. I'll go with. I used to really like eating at Chicharo's a lot.
Oh, Chars.
Oh, is that what you guys shortened it to? Char? I only noted it as Chicharo.
Well, you know, we shorten things to different things than you do out here.
Oh, well, what's your favorite restaurant?
McDonald's.
That's your favorite restaurant in the East End.
Yep.
All right. Well, Jason, do you have a favorite?
Do you have a Subway out there?
Probably doesn't
Yeah.
make eye contacts with subways if he doesn't make eye contact with the metros either.
That's a good one.
Joke.
I don't know the restaurant scene out there. I only trust people like Luke about it. He'd have to be the one to tell me. I'm not really sure.
You mean me?
Do you guys have any like?
Okay, look, I'm gonna dump this call. That was Luke from the East End. I thought Dave had the worst call. I think Luke from the East End. He called in to ask, "Hey, what's your favorite restaurant?" And his contribution was McDonald's.
That's how we know it's probably actually Dave.
Yeah, that may have been Dave again. Yeah.
I
Okay,
think it
so
might have been.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So it's happening this Thursday. What time and where can people find it on Facebook?
8 p.m. on Facebook Live, the Commotion Theater.
Okay,
so you just
great.
go to-
So
yeah,
now,
that's
Jason,
the
this is
page.
where I need to ask because this directly involves me. Once shows are allowed to truly happen in a way that is fun for the audience and the performers, should I expect to get ready to be part of this show?
Yeah, of course. If
Okay,
I thought you'd do online improv, I'd have you already. But I know you
what? I am so graciously happy to allow people to do what they can to fill the shoes that I've been wearing for 2.5 years doing. Let's face it, I've been part of some legendary scenes in that show.
Oh yeah, for sure. That whole cast was amazing, and I loved it.
I'll
It was
tell
just
you
the
what, if
same-
you want, I'll come into one of the workshops. I'll give a pep talk to these youngsters.
Well, okay.
All right,
They're
Jason.
your same age as you. Yeah. So anyway, when I bring it back to the real stage, then you'll be back.
Can't
But
wait.
yeah, Andy's on it as well. So if people like Andy fans out there, he'll be on the show.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of Andy fans because they tune in every Wednesday right here, and he's
Mhm.
always the man in the booth. So Andy Asaf and so many more. Jason, you're going to be hosting. Look, man, I'm glad we did this, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll be watching on Thursday.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Take care.
Pleasure is all. Oh, my God. You've done it again. That's Jason Grimmer. Thanks for being here, Jason. Wow.
Bye.
I tell you what, I'll be honest. You and me, the audience, I wasn't actually going to watch the show on Thursday, but then he took that big drag out of that bong. I'm all in. I have to be there in the audience on Thursday, 8 p.m. Facebook Live, Commotion Theater Facebook page. We're about to round things out tonight. Before we do that, let's take a couple more calls. This has been a truly interesting experiment. Are we going to do it anymore? I'm not too sure. Let's go back to line 5. Line 5, you're on the air. I'm James. Who are you?
Hi, this is Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas. This is a prank, right?
What do you mean? It's Rob Thomas from Montreal West.
Oh, I apologize. The other callers tonight, they've been asking for me to play Smooth by Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas. I thought you were pranking me as Rob Thomas, the singer from that song and the lead singer of Matchbox 20.
Well, that's me. I called because I heard you were singing my song.
Wait, this is the singer Rob Thomas?
From Matchbox 20 also.
You live in Montreal West?
These days, yeah.
I thought you were from the States.
States, Germany, now Canada.
Of all the places, you picked Montreal West?
It's a nice neighborhood.
Is it?
Yeah, good schools.
What's your favorite restaurant out there?
I like Burger de Ville.
Like I wasn't aware they had a Burger de Ville in Montreal West.
It's the first one. It's where it came from.
Okay, well, Rob, look, it's a real treat to have you here. It's not often that we have celebrities on the show. Thanks so much for calling in. Yeah, I cannot do the song you did with Mr. Santana any justice.
Well, I quite like your version.
Thank you I really appreciate that. I've never really sang it before.
I was going to request it.
You were going to request that I sing it, or you were going to request your version of the song?
I was going to request that you sing my song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I've done it a couple times tonight. I feel on the spot here singing. It's not easy to sing the song that the person made back to them, you know?
Yeah, I know. I once sang Purple Rain to Prince.
You sang Purple Rain to Prince? What did that sound like?
It sounded like a little bit like this. Purple rain, purple rain.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
really, what he said.
Really awesome. You do any other Prince? You do you Little Red Corvette?
How's that go again?
Well, that one, it goes Little Red Corvette, baby, you're much too fast. You do that one? You don't know you know Purple Rain, you sang it to Prince, you didn't even know Little Red Corvette?
I'm lucky you asked me that song. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been
That's the only Prince song you know?
Would have been embarrassed.
So if he asks you to do When Doves Cry, you freeze.
I'm afraid I would have frozen, yeah. I probably would have sung one of my own tunes.
Well, how about this? What if you were on the spot, imagine that I'm Prince and I say, can you do When Doves Cry? What would you do?
I'd say, sorry, yeah.
You wouldn't even wing it, Rob?
I wouldn't wing it. Rob Thomas never wings it.
Wow.
Rob Thomas is always prepared.
Okay, but you can do Purple Rain.
Yeah.
All right.
It was the song I danced with my daughter at her wedding.
Oh, that's a really lovely story.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on with your daughter now?
I don't want to talk about it, James.
Oh no, is she no longer with us?
She died in a house 3 doors down from us.
3 doors down from you? Look, Rob.
Yeah.
I understand you're emotional. Just don't worry about it. If you don't want to pry, I won't ask any more questions.
The only thing that might make it better is if you sound smooth.
So the only thing that might make the tragic passing of your daughter, who passed away 3 doors down, not to be confused
Tina Thomas,
not to be confused with the band of the same name, 3 Doors Down.
Yeah.
If I sang your song that you did with Carlos Santana back to you.
Yeah. That might help a little bit.
Would you believe me if I said this is the second time this has happened tonight under the same circumstances?
Oh my God. That's wild stuff.
It's pretty wild. Okay, so one more time, I'm going to sing your song with Carlos Santana, Smooth, in the memory of your daughter who passed away 3 doors down from your home.
Yeah, Tina Thomas.
Tina Thomas, this one goes out to you. It's your dad's song sung by me. And it's just like the ocean under the moon, and it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that could be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or let's forget about it.
Thank you.
How was that?
It was great. Hey, what are you doing next year?
In 2022, what am I doing next year?
Yeah, me and the Matchboxes, we're going on a tour.
Or were you inviting me to, what do you want me to do?
You could sing the chorus of that song.
Well, so you do the verses and then I just take over at the chorus?
Yeah.
Rob, I'd love to. That's, anything for a friend.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that.
Well, thanks for calling. But can I ask how you found out about the show, Rob?
I was on Reddit.
Oh, so it worked. The posts worked?
Yeah. I was on your subreddit.
Well, I'm really happy this is working out. Look, Rob, if I can tell, I'm a big fan of the stuff you do with the Matchboxes.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song of ours?
Oh, probably 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah. And would you like to do that one for me?
Yeah,
How about I get you started?
You're going to get me started?
Well, yeah, I mean, I know that you're emotional right now. I don't know.
Yeah, you kick it off, and then I'll carry it home.
She said, baby,
it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
She said, baby,
it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked you to sing in such an emotional state, Rob. I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that. I really am embarrassed.
It's okay. Far worse has happened on tour.
Well, you know what? Look, I'm excited about what we've got going here. I thank you so much for watching and for calling in.
No problem. Hey, if you're ever in Montreal West, give me a ring.
Yeah, I forgot you live in Montreal West. All right. Yeah, I might take you up on that.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, Rob.
No problem.
And the phone lines are now closed. I think this worked out. We had a lot of callers. Some of them were, of course, you got some weirdos. And you had Dave Kaufman, who pranked the show on 2, possibly 3 consecutive occasions. Racquel Belmonte was here. Jason Grimmer was here. I was here. Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20. A Brush with Fame live on Twitch. I want to push you around, and I will. I want to take you for granted. Look, I've had enough of myself. I'm not going to sing anymore tonight. Tune in this coming Wednesday. A whole lot of show coming up this week. Lisa Palmieri is going to be here. Andy Asaf is going to be here. Dimitri Kiris is going to be here. All of this and so much more. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Tell your mom, dad, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, Grammy, Grampy. Tell your best friend, hey, maybe tell your worst enemy to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, twitch.tv/@home with James. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and be well.